Mine says you are on.
Right.
All right. They say.
All right, guys, welcome to Tejano time. That's right, and I have a full screen here. I said with just Jaime, but I'm going to add everybody else there. Well, actually, Rick, you were there. I'm not sure where you went. There's Rick right there. Jaime's on the very bottom. We're having some connection issues with Mr. Jaime DeAnda, but he is with us. Okay, he is with us, and he is live, and he'll be on here shortly in just a minute. Rick, welcome to Tejano time. He's been on the show before as a co-host. Yes, it's been some time. And again, we appreciate you taking the time on this Sunday, Rick, to join us here on the podcast.
Well, I appreciate being part of our growing station. I know we've been doing really well, and of course, we all owe it all to the listeners, and that they truly are making the difference with our radio station, with HoustonTownheads.com, and now we got the Tejano Time podcast happening now. So it's all because of listeners and the viewers now. Now, not only we have listeners, now we have the viewers, and it's all one great thing. So,
yeah, no, I hear you on that. And right now, we've got Jaime down there. We just lost his connection. We're trying to see if we can get him to get back on here in just a few more minutes on the Tejano Time podcast. But again, we'll be talking to him shortly. He's got a lot of great things happening with him, a lot of things going on. But Rick, anything that you want to add right now in the moments? Right now, I'm just going to send over a message to Jaime to see if we can get him back on there live right quick.
Well, the big thing, preseason football.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I watch my Texans on Thursday. I try not to get too excited. I'm tired of getting heartbroken. So they actually, well, hell, they've always been the preseason kings.
Yeah, there's Jaime. There we go. There he goes back. There he goes. Yes, he's just
Okay. Now you guys switched around on me.
Yes. So welcome to the Tejano Time, Jaime. I know you're still there. We're still trying to gather things together to make sure you're. I mean, you can still try to log in through the phone anyhow right now while we still have you on there. So maybe the connection might be a little bit better through there, but you can still the link that's there on the phone. Just try that one. But while we still have you on the phone or online with us here.
Okay.
And. We'll be talking with Jaime here in just a few minutes, and he's got a lot of great things happening with him, and we'll let him tell you a little bit about that as soon as we get a good connection here in just a bit, because we don't want to leave anything out. Lost. Yes. Yeah, he intends to get lost.
He's lost right now out there in the country.
It's gotta love the attitude. You gotta love the attitude. It's great, man. Great.
Well, sometimes when there's trouble, it's good because people are like, "What's going on? What's happening? Yeah. What's he doing?" Oh, he's lost.
We don't want to tell him about the button that he could not find earlier either. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had that trouble
don't say
too.
Nothing about that.
We're gonna keep that on the down low.
You see what happens when you get older?
But hand him an accordion, he'll set it on fire.
That's different. Right?
Yeah, so we've got him on the line right now. Let's go. Let's go ahead and just go with what we have right now. But we can still continue to go in through the phone. If that is, you can just join the broadcast through it as we do it. And then once we get, let's see if that connection. Oh wait a minute. Wait, we got you. Just one.
Which one do you think is better?
Right. Just one.
Let me do that.
Wow, we are having. There you are. You want to turn down your speakerphone though on that. Do you have headphones?
No.
No earpods or anything
like that? I do have some.
Okay, nice. So we can get those. Are they connected to the phone though?
Sure.
Probably not, huh? Yeah, see, we just lost connection again. I'm not sure what's going on there. We're like I said, we're going to get the connection back here in just a few. He's got a new single out that we want to talk about as we continue to get him here. I want to let him tell you about it. We don't want to,
right.
get into all the background details on the song, and who performed alongside him as well, and all that other great stuff. So just hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking with Jaime DeAnda. As soon as we can get him connected here in just a bit, we will definitely have him here, so that way everybody can get to hear the full interview, with no air gaps. And I think Ricky just froze on me on the top screen as well. Rick, are you there? Rick? Okay, there we go. There we go. Jaime's there. So let's see here. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
You're on stage.
There you
Better?
are. That's way better, way better. So we
I
got
know.
we got Jaime on there, but we don't. Rick just froze up on us up on the top corner.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
The Joker just left. Is he joking?
Yeah, so I'm not sure his connection out there, but anyhow, he should be jumping back on here in a few minutes. Again, that's
I think he's looking for Batman.
right. Yeah, the Joker. He's definitely looking for something. He's got no connection over there right now at all. So Rick, whenever you can,
See?
just reconnect and get back on. I'll let you.
See, after I got lost and got found, now he's lost.
So Jaime, it's been about over a couple of years since you were on my radio show about 2 years ago. I believe so. Yeah, it was back in I want to say 21, somewhere around there, maybe early
Wow.
21 was the last time that you were on the radio show.
Almost after COVID, right?
Yes, definitely coming out of COVID. Rick, are you there?
I see his face now.
See his face.
Now he's like me. No audio.
Are you there, Rick? I can see you.
Rick.
So yeah, Rick's got some issues.
But
anyhow,
now it's happening to him.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. So anyhow, he'll jump back in here when he does. He would join us on the cast. But
can you turn up your volume on your mic?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you, but a little bit more volume. Yeah, I'm a musician.
I think that's probably. Well, hold on a second here. What about now? Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Oh, nice. Yes. Great deal. Wonderful. I appreciate that.
You're not hitting red, right?
No.
You're not distorting.
No.
I'm just saying you can go a little louder.
So he knows. He's been in a radio station before, so he knows exactly what happens there behind the scenes. You don't go in the red. We all know that. That's one thing you don't do.
That's right. Not even in your bank account. You want to stay in the black.
Right. So Jaime, again, that's everybody that's out there joining us right now. Welcome to Tejano Time Podcast here.
Turn up a little bit more, please. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, you're going to turn up just a little bit more. All right,
just a little bit more. Yeah.
All right. What about right now? Can you hear me right now?
A little bit better. Do it again. A little bit more.
Mic check. Testing 1 2. So all right, we got you again.
No, as long as you talk a little bit louder, like with your voice.
Yeah,
it sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Well, you might want to see if you have a connection or a knob on your other end to raise your volume on your headphones.
I did mine volumes all the way up. Mine saying no more. That's it.
That's it. Wow. Where is that? A Fisher Price?
Oh. Toys R Us. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm messing with you, man. So welcome to the show, Jaime. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. You were back on the show back in 21, I believe it was, on my radio show. We had a lot to talk about then after that was coming out of COVID, and a lot of things were going wrong at that particular moment. A lot of things were happening, should I say, back in 21. You were I guess it was months after you were on the show. Several months later, you got hospitalized in the ICU, and you had a really bad infection. And you were able to overcome that. You are here with us today. I mean, this was almost a life-threatening situation for you right there. So you are here with us today, blessed to be here. So tell me a little bit about that situation.
Well, to be honest with you, I thought it started with a tooth infection. So they gave me some antibiotics, and the doctor said, "See what happens there." And I thought, we always say, "Oh, I think it's working. I think I feel better. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I'm alright, and I'm eating less." I think my wife, she's like, "How do you feel?" I feel okay, but deep inside, I'm like, I don't feel right.
Right. Yeah.
Something's I feel like strange, and I felt like, okay, I'm having a hard time, a little bit breathing slowly, and I'm thinking, okay, what is it? What is it? I'm trying to eat, and It's not going down well, and here I am. Oh, I'll feel better later. I'll feel better later. And we're old school. We don't want to go to the doctor at all until we're practically laying down on the ground, I guess. But after a while, I guess the fifth day, I was already eating less. I was losing weight, and my mom always like, hold on, now this is not right. Just take her to the ER and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was there and I was waiting in line, and I couldn't take it. I was outside. I went back inside. I could hardly breathe, and finally I was just, sitting down, laying down. I guess practically sitting down in the restroom with the door open in case they call me. And
Mm-hmm.
Darlene was out there, and she's like, and Darlene's, I don't know. I heard, oh, we need to get somebody out here now because look, my husband is, I was already almost laying down. So they came out,
Wow.
and when they got me, they right away. One doctor says, "Oh, I don't know. I think he's going to need to see an oral doctor." And and I'm like, I'm already weak now, laying on the bed and thinking, just give me some kind of food. I need to eat something. But then another doctor came in. They started, taking out blood. I mean, 6 tubes of blood. I'm already weak already, and they're taking out all this blood. And then the other doctor said, you know, no, we need to stick a tube down his throat and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very serious. He looked at Darlene and said, you got 1 minute to tell me, because if I don't, he has a 50-50 chance to live. And and I'm listening weird. I'm like, what? So the doctor goes, what is it going to be? And she's like, well, she's thinking, and he just took off. And he said, fine. He made the decision.
Mm-hmm.
So they took a microscope and they were looking down and everything else, and they were putting me to sleep and everything. And I could barely, I mean, all I knew was towards when they was about to do that, he said that I had like 20% of my windpipe open.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. I said 20%. 20%. I said,
20%. Wow.
wow, no wonder I could hardly breathe. Yeah. And all I know is they put me under and I was out. And they said, Darlene said they took me in an ambulance and they took me to another hospital where they were going to do the surgery and to figure it out. Well, let me back it up. Before that, I did get a CAT scan. That's right. And I'm trying to remember how the steps I went. So I had gotten a CAT scan and Darlene was there with him. And the doctor said, what is this guy? I mean, what was he around? Well, yeah, what was he exposed to? She's
Mm-hmm.
like, why? Because look at his lungs. It's all white, almost 80% white. Pretty bad. Cloudy, and so go back. Oh, and
There
so
you go. There you go.
she's like, yeah,
Perfect.
okay, there you go. Yeah, Darlene just told me right now, scoot back.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we
don't know what
had
you're talking about.
some people on there that couldn't. They couldn't. You were cut off part of your face. Ricky too. Ricky, we can't see you. You can just move your
Really?
camera
Oh,
just a
I
little
see.
bit. There you
Okay,
go.
is
That's
that
it.
better?
That's all it takes. No, you're fine. You're
Ah,
perfect.
here we are. Okay,
Yeah. There you go.
okay, thank you. And so, yeah, they said what was he exposed to? That his lungs are part almost like 80% white all over. So that's
Mhm.
when they took me they put me under and they took me in the ambulance to another hospital and when they did the surgery and everything else, they finally figured it out. We were all talking. They asked me what was I doing, what I've been doing, where I've been around, and I realized I started telling them, well, my RV, the engine went out, and when it did, I'm like my dad. I can't be still. My dad
Mhm.
was a hyper energetic, I mean, active man that could
Mhm.
always he was always doing something. So when they were working on the engine, I would go to the shop and I was working on my generator and checking it out, see if it was clean, get it ready, what's going on. At the
Yeah.
same time, I was around quite a few vehicles,
Mhm.
and even though we were outside, I never thought of anything. But it was carbon monoxide that I got in my system.
Wow.
I had a
Yeah.
lot. I had a lot of carbon monoxide in my system where you can't smell it. You don't even know it's around you,
Mhm. Right. Right.
and and that's when uh, when I was waking up and noticing that I could hardly move, and I had they did 3 incisions under my neck, and they said they were taking out the infection, what was going on, when they said, they looked at me and the doctor goes, you're a miracle. For that much carbon monoxide, there's no way. We can't, we don't understand how you could come
You're,
out of it or you could still be here.
you're still here. Yes,
And
correct.
they're like, what are you doing around that much carbon monoxide? So I was around my generator, checking it and servicing it and doing things while they were working on the engine,
Right, right.
but not realizing there were other vehicles around that they were testing. And I guess this was going towards me,
Hmm.
and I was underneath in a compartment of where the generator's at, and that's where it was hitting. It was going straight, and I didn't realize it. Mechanics over there saying, "We didn't know what was going on either, and we hope you're okay." And you know, how do you feel now? I said, I'm okay now. I mean, I'm doing better. I said, well, good. You sure? They were all worried. I said,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I'm here. The doctors, they did what they could and they did the best. And what can I say? I guess God is great. I mean, God has our plans, and I see life a lot of times we slow down. We slow down and
Yes, we
realize,
slow
we're
down.
getting older.
Hmm.
We're not realizing our health. We're not the same. We think we're still active and do what we can do or go where we want to do or whatever. Have that energy, and then until something serious makes you put on your brakes and say, okay, we need
Yeah.
to realize your age. I know what you're eating, what you're around. You start opening your eyes and start thinking a lot of things. And the best thing about it is to feel good. Know to feel good about how many fans, friends, and family were out there, sending
Right.
their prayers and blessings and to get well.
Hmm.
And they say that's the best medicine. And that part I want to thank all my fans and friends and family
Definitely.
out there for their support and giving me that one opportunity of coming back again.
Yes, there you go.
So
And
be careful out there with carbon monoxide.
yes, definitely. If you're listening and you're watching out there, and he's got everything to be thankful for, right? I mean, today, he is with us here, blessed, Mr. Jaime DeAnda, telling us a little bit about the story that happened back. We also happened back in, 21? In 21, shortly after
Uh-huh.
that. Yeah, back then. But before we continue here, I wanted to send a couple of shout outs to It's Tejano Time. It's another podcast. This is It's Tejano Time. Mr. Buddy Salcedo, there you go. It's a shout out from Dallas, Fort Worth. He's got us tuned in. He's watching. Looking forward to hearing from
All
Jaime
right.
DeAnda today. That's right. So big shout out
Thank
to
you.
him. And this is Mr. Juan Mendoza Jr. Saludos from Tejano TV and Mas Chingon Radio as well. So big shout out to a good buddy
Hey,
there.
hello, saludos.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And I guess this was this is something he placed it on there when you guys had the your name over your face, both of you guys. He said a little something like this here. Check this out, guys. Witness protection program.
Right.
That's why you couldn't see y'all's faces.
No comment, please. No comment.
So, all right. So big shout out going out to Norma Salazar también, who's also watching. So big shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Califas, Bobby Castañeda from California as well. Says God has plans
Oh, hold
for
on.
you,
The ice
Jaime.
cream truck's going by. I can hear it outside. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I can
What,
hear it.
what the ice cream truck?
The music?
Sure.
The ice cream truck. Well, really, around
Hey,
here, I thought it was, but he's on a bike.
oh
Oh,
wow, yeah. So
Yeah, here he's on a bike.
you think you can catch him right now?
Jaime, there's got to
I
be a
was
story
about to,
behind
but
that.
I think he's going slow because last time I stopped him.
All right. So when you did stop him, what did you purchase?
Oh, I love ice cream. And
Yeah.
since I was in the hospital, I thought I could have ice cream because it took I tried to have a scrambled egg. It took me like 45 minutes to eat a scrambled egg at first. So they said,
Wow.
try ice cream. Well, I was I
Tearing
was
it up.
eating ice cream. And now every time I eat something, every time I have something, I have to have ice cream after. I don't care if it's a sandwich, I need an ice cream. I don't care if it's a snack, I need an ice cream.
I need ice cream.
I had gotten it was a those ice cream sandwich,
Mhm.
I believe. The three colors, Napoleon.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, my mother got it for me. She's spoiled, man. She says, tomorrow I'm gonna get you a big gallon one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gone. I hear that he took off. He's gone tomorrow. I'm calling him.
tomorrow. So it says, hello from Califas. God has plans for you, Jaime. So he's been a fan for years,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Bobby Castaneda. So big shout out to him también for tuning in. Again, Esther,
Thank
if
you
you
so
guys are
much.
just joining us, share the live as well. All right. The Hano Time podcast here. I'm your host, Keith Leal. Jaime DeAnda is my special guest today. And we got a special guest co host, Mr. Rick the Joker Duran, also with us this evening as well. So again, we've got a lot of questions for Mr. Jaime DeAnda here in the show today. We also have some new music that we're going to share with you guys out there that are tuned in as well. We want to get that new song out there. So if you have not heard it, stick around, stay close. That new song is going to be coming up here in just a few minutes as well. So, Rick, do you
Yes,
have
all
any
right.
questions?
Well,
Rick?
you know me. I always have questions.
Just doesn't
Don't be
always get the
afraid to
right
talk
answer.
louder. Remember, talk louder like me. Just talk loud like me.
No, no, Jaime. I know a lot of us, a lot of your, again, your fans, and I know during that period of time, I know all of us pulled together, saying prayers for you and to get well soon. And I know it's just around our, because our industry and our genre is very tight knit. And again, for any of our artists to get sick or ill, uh, it's sad to be true, but unfortunately, it's the only time we actually want to work together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
It
Very true.
sucks. It sucks. But
Very true.
if only we could use that strength, you know, towards a positive, towards our industry and our artists. Uh, man, it excites me to think how far we could really go. So
Exactly. Very true. It's like they say when you go to a funeral, why does it take someone's death
thank you.
in order to unite a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
families?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
And it does happen that way. And we need to realize that, golly, we're here today, we're maybe gone tomorrow, or
Yes, sir.
we never know what tomorrow brings us. But
True.
uniting, of course, makes us all stronger, healthier. It makes things positive for us to all feel good about doing what we do on our daily basis, no matter
Mm.
what career or what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just to have the support of communicating, working with people,
Yes, sir.
seeing good vibes, feeling the positive things about when you're doing something together, makes you want to do more. That's
Right.
how
Mhm.
I see it.
Yeah.
Makes you want
Yes,
to do
sir.
more things.
Awesome, awesome. Before we carry on here, Jaime, we do have one special message for you and Darlene as well. I know that you guys
Oh,
had a recently had an anniversary a couple of days ago, huh?
oh
So
yes.
a big
Saturday,
Saturday, right? So happy anniversary to the both of you
Friday.
guys.
Uh oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It
Oh,
was the 11th. The 11th. The
well, damn it.
11th.
So yes, so happy anniversary to you guys. We wish you the best of. We
Thank
wish
you.
you many, many more years to come as well together.
Thank
So
you.
God bless you guys both.
Well, I don't know how more longer he's going to live after this show.
Might not be able to get them
Uh
back on
oh.
again after today.
Darlene is going to be waiting for him after we say cut.
Uh oh. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
So Jaime,
That's good. We both thank you very much. That too, to find a partner and to find
Mhm.
somebody to put up with you and they can handle, they can keep you in line and keep you focused. And we all think anything we do is a tough job, any career, any job, whatever we have. And when you have a team, a working team, like me, like I had to start all over with my band and do
Mhm.
solo career and so many changes has happened in the past. And sure, I had a long run of 25, 30 years with those
Yes.
guys, and for any reason, things happen. We always say that either it's for the best, or it's to move on, or it's to hope that it's the right decision,
Mhm.
whatever's going to be made. And I'm hoping that a lot of times I want my fans to realize that, you know, I know a lot of fans that get angry and they want to run their life and no, you should do this, you better go back, you better do this. And I like, I like to, I'm like, man, I got more than one mom out there, you know, because they'll tell you, no, you don't sound the same, you should do this. Well, of course, you're
Right.
making a change. There
Yes.
has to be changes. There has to be something different. It's like when you come out with a new song. uh, when I made this move, I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I was thinking, should I just, you know, maybe stop? Maybe it's a sign that it's the end.
Hmm.
We're thinking all kinds of things because
Right.
you're hitting. It's like you're hitting a stop sign. Golly, so many things have happened for so long, for so many years, and something drastically like this happens. To think, to change, to find. Can you find yourself? Can you still do what you can do best on stage? Which is hard because when you're on stage, you can't hide. I
Right.
mean, the lights are on, people are watching, people are listening
Mm-hmm.
to everything. Your every move, the way you look, the way you speak, everything. But we can't, we can't stop.
Yeah.
We can't stop, no matter how hard it gets. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do is to make a move and think, okay. But Johnny kept saying, okay, you need to get up. You need to get back on stage. You have a lot of support out there. You have a lot of fans that are waiting for you, that are telling you, you know, come on, you can do it again. You can
Right.
find a team. You can you can do this. It's still inside of you. And you see, that's what I mean by finding a partner, finding someone that can still hang in there with you and not say or give up and say, hey, bye, I'm out of here.
No. Yeah.
you know, because it can happen. It has happened. It does happen. But to still have faith in you and believe in you and to say, no, you have a lot going for you,
Mm-hmm.
a lot support, a lot of talent. There are musicians out there that I have didn't know it, but have been emailing at the beginning of, hey, Jaime, I play bajo, hey, I play drums, I play bass, and whenever you're ready or whatever you're gonna do. That's why Darlene, she's the one that thought of the talent search.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um,
Okay. I remember that when y'all
that
did that
was
there.
yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
was. I'm like, I don't know. I was so nervous. I kept thinking, nobody's gonna come out. I mean, are you serious? She goes, let's try and let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You never know. And I was amazed how many musicians from all over
Mm-hmm.
Texas, out of state, and some would say, I don't care if I do join or not. I just want to say I was on stage with you. I played a couple of songs, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. And I was feeling good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing is to find a team. What's gonna blend? What's gonna make that chemistry again? What's gonna give you the right, the right chemistry where it's gonna fit? Do you
Right.
feel comfortable? You have to feel comfortable in your own environment where you're working, who you're working with, who's
Yeah.
around you, how you work together, how you communicate. Can you, uh, can you still, you know, say, well, I want it this way. I want to play it this way. I want this sound. I want that. Can you still have that gut feeling of saying, okay, this is going to be tough, but it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
Yeah.
And all I can say is, some are going to like it. Some are going to always have the negative comments. Some are going to be haters. You're going to have so much out there that, what do you want? So tell me, what do you want to do?
Yep.
Continue,
You're
or
right.
do you really want to stop? I'm like, wow, I never thought I would be in this position.
Position. Right.
And and to think what tomorrow brings. Can I? Can you go up there? I mean, the hardest thing for anyone, if you've never been on stage or never talked in front of an audience or in front of a lot of people, and to know what it feels like, because when you're up there, it's hard to just focus on yourself, not focus on who's looking at you. What are they saying about you? Are they saying something? Because if you start thinking about all those things,
Yeah.
you're not yourself anymore on stage. You know that. Because if you look, they always tell me, at least back then when I was growing up, when you're on stage, you don't look at people in the eyes. and try to see, because someone's going to talk to you or someone's going to say something to you,
Yeah.
and you get distracted. That's it. You're not going to focus on what you're doing. And it's so true. You know, you can, I mean, I've been on stage around so many people to realize, because when I did it back then, oh, someone would be singing the song, and someone was saying the wrong words, and I'm like, and I'll be like, what? So it does. It causes a distraction,
Hmm.
and you're thinking, what did I just do? Oh, and that person is still singing no matter what. They're singing away and having a good time. And you realize, it's about having fun, enjoying, and focusing on stage.
Yeah.
So that finding that team, those guys
Hmm.
that can give you that certain vibe again. It can give
Yes.
you what you need to be back up there and feel strong,
Hmm.
and still do what you feel the best.
Yep.
The hardest thing is to go in the studio to
With,
record
with the guys.
and to feel, yes, you go to the studio and you think, okay, part one, okay, what are we gonna record? Ranchera, cumbia, guapango, bolero. Oh my God, that's the hardest thing. Okay, what do you
Hmm.
want? I want that old school. I want that old school conjunto. How I grew up, my roots. They always say, don't change it if it's not broken, right? Leave it alone. If you're
Hmm.
doing good with it, why change it? Well, sure, sometimes you want to explore. You want to try new things, new sounds, something up to date. And no matter what, I will stay conjunto. I can try this. And the hardest thing, like I said, when we came out with one song, a cumbia, and then I knew fans would be like, oh, there you go. He done changed his style. He's not the same no more. It's a different tune. Listen to that. He don't. I mean, well, yeah, it's gonna sound different. It's new. It's different.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I had a my phone was display was going off. Okay. Um. Then that's the hardest thing. Fans don't realize, but they make a big impact on their comments.
Hmm.
They do. We don't want to hear the negative, but it will never go away. It's gonna
Right.
always be out there.
Right. Right.
They're always going to say something. And they say that we're supposed to take it and turn it around. Okay, make it positive. Okay, the good thing is the negative people, if they're going to say something, they already heard it. They're listening. They're still listening to you. So that
Right.
means they care.
Yeah.
Because if they don't care about you, you can be anybody walking in the street and nobody will say nothing about you.
True.
Nobody will
Yeah.
care.
At
Right.
all.
So if they do, if they're still talking, then it's a good thing. And that's why I say I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to make the fans happy if I can. I just want them to enjoy. And remember, this is Jaime DeAnda today.
Right.
Whatever I've gone through, whatever changes have been made, if the man upstairs says that's what's going to happen, we can't change it.
Exactly.
We have to keep our faith, keep our belief. And remember, those that it's tough because I used to think, man, I'm glad I didn't play sports. Because I know and I can imagine what the football players and basketball players, what they go through. I mean, I hear fans talk so bad and say so much bad stuff, and everybody's a coach and everybody knows more and everybody has the right idea and think it's easy and oh, I
Yeah,
can't
it's
believe he
cool.
did this and this.
Uh,
No wonder my dad said, look, do you want to play music or do you want to play sports? Well, I knew I wasn't good in sports, so
Yeah.
I said I'll stick to music. But honestly, guys out there, remember, it's okay to sometimes express your opinion. You want people to know how you feel. You must let people know, oh, he don't sound the same. Oh, he can't play good anymore. Oh, well, hey, honestly, if that makes you feel better to say your negativity to people, it's not going to make you a better person.
Right.
It's not. Because if you turned it around, if we all turned it around, hey, where do you work at? Oh, well, let me go over there and make you feel like, and see
Exactly.
how it
Yeah.
is.
See
Well,
how it is.
sure, they're gonna get mad. Why are you gonna get mad?
Hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're
Just
right.
realize,
Definitely right about that.
we all do it. We all do it. If I catch myself doing it, saying, "Oh, I can't believe this person did," my wife will go, "What he said?" I go, "Nothing." you know, because we're so used to we, this environment is so crazy. This world is so crazy and so advanced. Everything is so many changes.
Hmm.
Since we grew up,
Oh yeah.
and
Yes,
I
sir.
miss those days too. I miss those
Right.
old days. I miss the days where there wasn't so much technology.
Mm.
It's nice that we have it, but it's taken over our minds.
Yeah.
It's taken over our
Yeah.
families,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
communication. It's taken over the kids. You know,
Right.
nobody's outside like old school,
Right.
playing outside, just doing things. It's true. Everywhere you look, everybody's just on their phone.
Hmm.
That's it. Nobody's hardly talking to each other. You sit at the table and it's like we have to say, you know what? No phones. We're gonna have dinner. Let's eat. I
Right.
mean, come on. Or the
Mm.
phone goes off. Oh, hold on. Don't worry. It's a text. It's okay. Back in our days, what did we do?
Uh-huh.
God, dog,
Mhm.
by the time we send a letter out to our girlfriend, she already, who knows? She already left.
No. Yep. That
But
is right. That is right.
we got along with it. We
Hmm.
coped
Right.
with it. I mean,
Yep.
we were more united,
Hmm.
focused, and talking. And today, it's crazy. No matter where you go, what you do, wherever you see, everybody is so much involved into, their phone, into what's going on, into Facebook, and so much, and so occupied that, golly, I don't even know. I couldn't keep up with all of it. You got Instagram. You got to do this. Do a video for this. Do a video for that. For TikTok. I said, how about? excuse me. I tell her, how about just talk?
Right.
Can't we just talk? We always got to do something.
Right.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
there's so much out there. I just want our fans to realize, take it slow.
Right.
Enjoy life. Don't
Hmm.
forget. Don't forget. Old school. Hey, those were the best days.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just coming out, you're growing up, you're learning, exploring, you're understanding how things are. Today, it's just, we don't even have time to think.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything does the thinking for us.
Yeah.
Our phones talk for us, our phones think for us. You don't even know your own phone number because it's memorized on your phone. You don't. I
Yeah.
couldn't call my mom if I wanted to. I don't know the number because everything push a button. That's it.
Mm.
See,
Mm.
we're not
Mm.
even using our brains anymore.
Yeah.
But in the studio, you have to. Just like you guys right now.
Right.
You have to think what you want, what you're doing to get our fans, our audience, give them the attention.
Hmm.
I appreciate, and I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity
For
to
sure.
talk to my fans and our friends and our family out there, and the listeners out there, and the viewers that are still focusing. One thing, take it easy, take it, and enjoy life. Just enjoy tomorrow and today,
Yep.
because anything and anything that could be possible can happen for you. And we
Yeah.
all want good things to
Yes, sir.
happen.
To happen. Yeah.
That's why I say, thank God I'm still here, trying my best.
Right.
And we're going to be listening to some new music.
Yes, definitely. We also want to shed some light on something here. Jaime, but let me send out a couple of shout outs here. It's the Norma Salazar says, yes, sir. Jaime, she's watching as well. She said, yes, sir. So she agrees with what you were saying there. Definitely. That's the, let's see here. We got Gracie Sombrano. It's a hello from Sean Sombrano and Gracie Sombrano. We love you. Jaime Gonzalez, Texas is in the
Thank you.
house. So big shout out to
Yes,
those
thank
guys
you.
as well. Yes, right. The whole industry is. Let's hear. This is from Mr. Juan Mendoza here. He says the whole entire industry, in general, needs of an enema. Yes, definitely. Woo, and Rick is going to strap on the latex to actually go ahead and put that on the industry right there for him. All right, Mr. Juan. Yes, that's some crazy right there. But a big shout out to Mr. Juan. Thank you, Juan. We appreciate that comment definitely.
That's my
Thank you.
boy.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Also, Jaime, you recently were inducted into the Conjunto Hall of Fame in San Benito, Texas, just recently. So it is okay for us to call you now a true legend, right?
What they say, a true old man. You know, one fan. First of all, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
One fan said, "Wow, Hannah, congratulations." You know, but I thought you either had to be real old or passed on. You know, passed away. I go, look. I guess I'm just real old, not that real.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it's a blessing. It's something that I never imagined. You
Mhm,
know, being along up there on the wall of on the Hall of Fame and being on the picture with these pioneers,
Mm,
these guys that started everything that and they had it really hard what they were doing because they had nothing to listen to. They had to create their own music. They
right.
had to
yes.
put the combination of Bajo and accordion together. I would Darlene, when I'm driving, all she's doing is doing listening to history, bringing up old school songs. She'll go to mariachi, she'll go to country. You know, she'll listen to all kinds of classic or classical music. And when I got the letter from the Texas Conjunto Hall of Fame and Museum, I memorized it, and I was like, "Are you serious?" So she started doing all this history and about how it started, how they started, who was the first ones, the pioneers that played the accordion and the bajo sexto, and all these old, and then started listening to their music, and it got me like, whoa, yes, I was imagining their times, how they did it, how
Mhm,
hard it was. They had to really come up with ideas. They had to really think, you know, to put these sorties together, the robas, and it was amazing to listen to. It was amazing to hear them
mhm,
play and what they did, and to gain the respect. Why they're on the wall, why they are pioneers,
right.
why they belong there,
Hmm.
and for me to be accepted in there was the biggest blessing of all. And to say, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm being accepted alongside these guys, these gentlemen, these pioneers, these men that really started everything. And
Hmm.
it's an honor, and I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Yes, and congratulations once again to you on behalf of us here at the Hello Time podcast and
Thank you.
Houston's TejanoHits.com as well. So, yes, definitely an accomplishment right there for Mr. Jaime DeAnda. Jaime, you want to go ahead and you want to play the song right now so everybody can take a listen to it?
Sure,
You want
sure.
to do that right now?
Um, this new song, I want to, of course, my bajo player, Mr. Stevie Ray Babbages, um, my bass player, Mr. John Ramirez from Houston, um, Chente Barrero. He's also
Yes. I
helping me
want
produce, and he's the drummer and backup vocals. So this new song entitled "Dulce para Amar" is a ranchera. I love it. It came out great.
All right. Well, here we go, everybody. Take a listen to it right now.
Check it out.
It is available on all digital platforms as well. All right. So we'll get some more details on that here in just a bit. Right now, check it out. Dulce para Amar, Jaime Dianda, right here on the Hello Time podcast.
¿Qué palabras te enviaré con esta dulce
right, you have it right there. That is the brand new one from Mr. Jaime DeAnda right there off the new solo album, right?
Yes, I was gonna say I didn't hear
Uh,
it.
in the background, Jaime was like, I'm hearing all this. Well, somebody said something. I think Rick said something. I think Jaime was trying to get my attention. And
Yeah.
I said, I was like, your mic is off.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
So,
wonder.
yeah, so you wouldn't be able to say anything.
I was trying to use sign language.
Right. And Ricky
Like a
was up
baseball
there.
player.
Rick was up there pulling his ear down,
Not
giving
like
all the
Yeah,
baseball
the
signs and
syllable.
all.
there you go.
Yeah. So again, that song right there was featuring Mr. Chente Barrera and on drums as well. That sounded a little bit to me familiar with like Un Complejo from back in the days. If you ask me, it has that flavor.
Ah, there you
Yeah.
go. And that's what he told me. Chinty goes, "Come on, Jaime." I played it kind of simple at first. It's like a puzzle. You're putting a song and you're messing with it, and you do a simple structure. And I
Mhm.
was doing it kind of simple, and Chinty goes, "Oh, come on, Jaime. No, no, no. You better do it old school." I said, "What do you mean? Come on, man. We need something. That 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 pep. That
Mm,
What do you mean? Let's do some more action now. More action. Come on." So he gave me the hype. He gave me the vibe, and it's like a challenge. Oh, really? Okay. you know. So see what I mean? Communication, the
right,
right
right, right.
people to work
Yes.
with means a lot. It
The
means a
finished
lot. It
product.
brings the out. It brings what's inside of you. It brings it out more.
Oh, yeah.
It lets you really explore and really, you know, be yourself. Wow. Okay. You're right. I can do this. When we thought about playing it that way, a little bit of un complejo stuff, I said, but he said, no, it's you. It's you. And when he
Right.
kept saying that,
Yeah.
I remember a story a long time ago, a short story, that when I first started, I was about 14, 15, and I used to go to in Houston. Remember Matamoros Ballroom days?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would go there, and fortunately, I was able to play at the ballroom too. But I met Ángel Flores, Mingo Saldívar, um, Rubén Bella, Rosilbertos. I
Damn.
met
Yeah.
um, Mr. Tony La Rosa.
Yes.
All these pioneers, these men. And when I played with them, I would be in front
Mhm.
watching them and listening and studying. If not, I would be dancing. I would dance with my sisters or my cousins. I love to dance a lot, so and enjoy the beat and the rhythm. Well, when I played with Tony de la Rosa, after the show, I had the honor of meeting him and saying hello to him, and he told me, Jaime, tú tienes mucho energía y yo sé que tienes mucho talento,
Mhm.
pero sabes lo que te falta. And I said, te falta. When he said that word, I went, uh-oh, here you go. But being respected coming from him, te falta tu propio estilo.
Mhm.
I said, what? Tu propio estilo. ¿Sí? Pero ¿cómo? Yo no te puedo decir cómo.
Yeah.
Tú lo vas a encontrar un día. Tú lo vas a saber y vas a sentir. Cuando tú oyes a Tony, cuando oyes a Bembella, it's true. When you hear them, you can distinguish who is
Right.
who. I mean, even back when you heard Mas and you heard Sombra and, Roberto Pulido, when you heard them play, you knew who it was
Mm.
on the radio.
Exactly.
When he told me that, I said, but how? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo lo voy a hacer? Yo no sé. No te puedo decir. Pero un día, tú le sigues, se va a salir. Vas a saber. And I said, man, I couldn't sleep that night. I kept thinking, what? How am I going to make my own style? Because, when you're growing up, you listen to everybody. Steve Jordan, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
The man did incredible things with the music, with the accordion, the ideas, the advance that he did. Paulina Bernard, the polkas, um, Ruben Bella, his style. I kept thinking, oh, style. man, what is it? What could it be? How? How am I gonna? There's no. I mean, he really made me brainstorm, and I kept playing throughout the years until one day I was at a restaurant. I was eating at a restaurant, and I don't think they, I don't think they knew I was there, but they were playing Tejano music in the restaurant,
Mhm.
and My music came out, and I said, I started listening. Wow! And I heard somebody, a young kid, say, "Dad, listen, listen to that. That's Jaime." I went, "What?" I was like, he goes, "Can you hear it? That's Jaime. Listen to him. Listen to how he plays. That's I like his style." And I started saying, "He said I like his style. What? What did I do? you know,
Right.
what was it?" But it was a signature. They say a signature where you're recognized by what you do
Mhm.
in certain songs, and you use that signature a lot. And it's the idea of people remember, well, remind them, but you remember hearing it and who it is.
Right.
And I kept thinking, what? I cannot believe it. He said, when he said, I like his style. Listen to that. That really blew my mind to think, I have.
You have a
I have
style.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I do have something, that's being created. And that was a beautiful, man, that was the most beautiful thing to hear and a blessing. And to hear that come from Mr. Tony de la Rosa, especially,
Hmm.
made me realize the respect. When someone tells you and talks to you, I grew up with nothing but adults when I was a kid. I was a drummer at the age of 6 years old, and I played with my dad. He played bajo sexto, and they played conjunto. And I played 6 years old, seven, eight, nine, and learning. Then I wanted to learn the accordion because playing the drums was like every other kid. Oh, I'm getting bored. I want to play something else. Yeah, sure. My dad's like, Dad, give me the accordion. I want to play. I want to learn. Rico, I'm not just gonna buy an accordion because you want to say you want to learn. How about you don't play one song and leave it there? I'm like, oh shoot, prove it to me. I said, you what? You should prove it to me first. So my dad's compadre, his name was Chema Sanchez in Houston. I went to his house every day. Started playing, practicing, playing, and practicing. And the first polka was a Totonilco polka from Tony de la Rosa.
Yeah.
I played it, practiced it, and I mean, right when it was time to show my dad at the moment of, oh yeah, all right, I think I got it. My mom was already like, ya cállate, because my dad was at the shop and I'm at home. And I would play every day. I'd go and I'd play it. If not, I'm humming it or, so long, so much. But the moment came to play in front of him, and you're nervous and you're thinking, oh shoot, he's watching you, and he's got his bajo. He's gonna follow me and play with me. I said, oh shoot. So I started playing, and not too bad. I mean, I wish I had a video back then or recording. That would have been cool to see.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And I said, I played it and I finished it, and I said, Dad, okay, what do you think? What do you think? Well, not bad. Do I get an accordion? Well, just because you played me one polka does not mean I'm gonna buy you an accordion. I said, what? He said, no, learn another one, another one, and then another one, another one. I had to learn about almost 10
10 songs
by the time he said,
before you.
okay, I think you really want to learn.
Yeah.
That was hell. That was torture. But look what it did.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It did
Made it.
something.
You got a legend
Yeah,
out
it
of it.
made
Got a legend out of it. You know.
it broke my head and made me realize how precious the instrument is.
Hmm.
My accordions, every time I clean them, I inspect them. When I take them out, I put them up. I clean them. I put them in the box. No one touches them. I mean, I've gotten to where my dad always say, "Your tools. is what makes you make a living out of.
Hmm.
You take care of them. Your
Correct.
instrument is your precious tool. Remember, you break that thing, you break that accordion. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Sure, not ask me for another one. My dad.
There's another
So
10 songs right there.
right? No kidding. But it
So,
made you. You know, when you work hard for what you have,
mhm.
you really take care of it.
Right.
That's when you really, really take care of it. It's
Mm,
true. When it's
mm,
given to you,
yeah,
it's like
mhm.
it's not special.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they
Right.
say when you work for it and you earn it, you deserve it. So take care of it.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
For sure. I got a couple of shout outs we want to send out again right here. This one's from Mr. Buddy Salceda from his podcast as well as the Hello Time Entertainment there. He says Jaime is one of the best accordionists and entertainers in the industry, hands down. So it's a
Oh
big shout
wow!
out to him
Thank
as
you,
well.
thank you, thank you,
Sherry says great tune. This was on the song earlier. She said nice sound. Yes, definitely.
thank you.
And Ricky de la
Yeah.
Rosa Jr. was also tuned in. Saludos a todos. And he also had this here to say as well, right here. He says here, my great uncle Tony was a very humble and wise man. I learned a lot from him. He is greatly missed. So, yeah, he was watching as
Great.
well.
Wow. Saludos, Ricky.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr.
Yes.
DJ Rodman as well. What's up, guys? Saludos, Rodman. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's right. Ana Calderon Leal también. Well, this is actually my wife is tuned into this right here as well. It says you can take the name, but not the talent. Continued success as well. So, all right, big shout out
Thank
to
you.
her as
Wow.
well.
Yes.
Carlos P.
Wow.
Garcia. Hey, y'all, saluditos. Thank you for tuning in as well. So, thank you very much, Carlos. We appreciate you tuning into the podcast. Once again, if
Yes.
you guys are just joining us, we're talking with Mr. Jaime DeAnda, the legend himself. All right. I had the honor of saying that today for the very, very
Wow.
first time.
Thank you, Keith. That
Not a
sounds
problem.
awesome.
Yes. So it's you have the single out that's right now. You're almost completed the album right now. Is my understanding you're got like one song left, or have you already completed that one song?
Yes. We're gonna do 10 songs, and we might do a bonus track on there. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So excited that this my first solo CD, is me. You know what I
Right.
feel. Uh, I get to some of it go back to my roots. Some of it's old school songs. Uh, I just want to say that I hope that the fans out there will enjoy it. Oh, one thing for sure. Uh, the recording company that I'm with, Cobra Records, out of San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Henry Pena.
Okay.
He also has his own radio show, that's the Oldies.
Oldies,
Henry C.
yes.
Pena.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he I want to thank him so much for having the confidence and saying that, you know, get back in there. You can still be yourself. You can do this, and so much history about him, how he started, and
Right.
Yeah.
what gave him the reason to say I can do this again. I did it with Jimmy Edwards. He wasn't into conjunto, but it's like a new challenge for him. And Chente would tell him, well, it's different, you know, and it's different, but it's exciting because Chente, we all grew up together too,
Mm-hmm.
with different styles of music and learning and appreciating each other. It's talent. So shout out to Mr. Henry. Thank you so much, Cobra Records, for letting me do this project and helping me and getting some music out there to my fans to enjoy and to listen to and to let me explore and be myself again and to go in the studio and just, God, just feels good to know
I
you
was gonna
can.
say I was
What?
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
I was gonna say just have fun, but like we were talking about earlier, it's different. You know what I mean? It's not like the old days where you can just go in there with an experienced cast. But you got a great group of guys now that are around you right now, correct? Tell me a little bit about your
Yes.
bandmates.
Well, especially Mr. Stevie Ray Damages. He is a young kid when I first met him. He's from Tucson, Arizona. He is a truly Indian that can play, conjunto, I mean, the bajo like crazy. So much talent that I've been very honored and pleased to see him grow and hear him and watch him. I always say to him, man, I remember when I was taller than you, when you started. Excuse me. Because Everybody that that I've grown up with, everybody grows taller than me, but his talent is amazing. His uh, uh his patience is amazing because he tells me, "You don't understand, Jaime. Back then, when I heard your music, there was a band. It was an Indian tribe band, and all they played was my old school was
Mm-hmm.
chamaco music, and they didn't sing. Everything was instrumental. So all the songs were instrumental. That's how I got involved into your music, listening, uh, and liking, and hearing the style, and really, I said, you don't know how many accordion players out there that were, imitating you, and really, I said, wow, really? You're telling me instrumental? Yeah, they didn't sing. Every song was instrumental, you know. So by him telling me that, I'm thinking, okay, you today, he knows so much cumbia, rapango, ranchera. I mean, you can throw anything practically at him, and he can play it for learning. He plays the accordion. He plays the drums. He plays the bass. It's amazing to know that you have so much talent with me, helping me, guiding me, also giving me that young vibe again.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tremendous bajo player. I'm very honored and very pleased to know that he's my partner on stage also beside me. Another young man was a John Ramirez. He's out of Houston.
Mhm.
He's been a fan since he was 5 years old. I remember going. He used to always tell me, his mom would tell me, "Remember we used to play on Pardon in the Plaza? He could never get
Oh,
in there, and he was too young, and he'd be crying because he wanted to get in. He wanted to go see you." And he goes, "Don't tell everybody that story." Well, everybody knows now,
Everybody
but
knows now, huh?
he was yeah, he was a young kid. He studied and played my music, and I would always talk to him a lot. And he'd always go to the shows. As he got older, he was going to the shows, and he would show me, "Look, honey, I know this song. One of your old songs he played." I'm like, "Man, this kid's good." And I know this other song he'll play it, and I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna have to call him if I forget a song," because he knew him good. He did. And then he started forming his own band back then, his own conjunto band, and playing and learning, and had so much. I used to think he's gonna be a talented kid. He is. Has grown up throughout the years, and we talk about it because I never thought I would call him to help me, but I had called him one day a while back. This was years ago. I needed a drummer because our drummer had been in an accident. He couldn't play for about a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I gave him a call, and he's like, "Oh, I'd be honored. I know all your songs." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you do on accordion." But he's like, "No, uh, on the drums, the bass. I mean, of course, accordion. For real?" He says, "Yeah, let me try it." And he did. He went and played with, helped us out, and he knew the songs. He was telling me so much about all these songs. You haven't played this one, and this over here. How about this one and this one? I'm like, yeah, he's old school. He knows. He's memorized a lot of music, and when he did that, I thought, okay, he does have talent. Years go by. He had his own band going on. He made his own conjunto in Houston. Every time I go to Houston, if he wasn't playing, he was there. He
Mm-hmm.
was there every time. And I always talk to him. And these last few times now, I remember I invited him to help me with drums. And he's like, I'll give it a challenge, but it's getting harder now. The music is so much going on. The arrangements are getting tougher and this and that. I said, wow. But then I needed him to help me in backup vocal singing. He goes, Jaime, I got you. Just like that. I went, what? I goes, you just tell me when you want me to help you, I got you. I said, you need the lyrics? Nope. What? Nope. Just give me the list of the songs. I said, you kidding me? So yeah, he was not lying. I was amazed how he, we hardly even practiced. He went up there on stage and sound check. He started singing. He didn't have any lyrics. I said, you sure you don't need the lyrics? Trust me. Try it. Let's just do it, Jaime. I said, wow. Okay. 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 We started playing, started singing. I started hearing him. I'm like, this guy has, first of all, he has the voice. He has a strong voice. He knew the words. He knew the tone. He was helping me feel that vibe like, oh my God, I like it. He sounds really good. So from there, I needed a bass player. Excuse me. It's, it's really tough, I'll tell you, finding musicians.
Yeah.
But I needed a bass player. And I said, John, can you play the bass and sing? I want a bass player tonight. Well, for the next weekend. I got you. I got you. I already know the list. I already know the songs. I know the melodies. Just let me practice. He practiced every day at home. He practiced every day at home. And when he brought the bass, he came on stage and played. He goes, I might not do everything to the T. I said, but I'm here to help you out.
I hope. Yeah. Yeah.
He played and sang, and Stevie's like, wow, he's good, Jaime. I said, I know. And I'm thinking, but can he, would he want to stick around? Would he want to keep up with it? You think he can handle the challenge of being on bass? Because he's an accordion player.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve was like, oh, that's right, yeah. And you know, he went to a couple of shows and a couple of shows and kept going and a couple of shows and Stevie's like, don't worry, I'll help him in anything he needs to know on the bass. And Stevie, he's a monster on the bass too. I'm like, really, man? What can I say? It's a blessing to have Stevie as one, and John now he's part of my team. He's joined. He says, I asked him, would you like to join?
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to my wife. I'll talk to my family. I want to make sure I'll give you an answer by tomorrow. And here I am. I got to wait an extra day. Okay.
Wow,
But,
that's a great story.
I want to thank him. Yes, I want to thank him so much for joining. He is part of my team. John Ramirez, thank you. He's awesome. You should hear him sing country. Oh, these guys are amazing because it's different talent. It's different. It's new. Yeah, it's a new Hyman. I still can play my old stuff. That's the good part.
Right.
But they get to spice it up a little more. Give it that little extra young, generation still around, and they push me. Come on, Hyman.
Mhm.
I said, hold on. How old are you? How old am I? Let's see.
Respect your
But
elders, son.
I like it. That too. But you know what? I like the. I appreciate and I like the.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're keeping me like, Hyman. Come on. We're gonna go, you can still do it. And then my wife goes, how about like in Vegas? I was in Vegas. She goes, can you get out on the dance floor and dance out there? What? Can you do it? That's a big dance floor. First of all, and she's like, do it. Come on. You were the first one. You can do it again. I thought, oh my God. Believe me, when I was in Vegas, the stage is huge. The curtains backstage are all black, so I said towards the end, I said, you know what? In my mind, she's looking at me. Do it. Come on. You can do it. Do it for your fans. I'm like, fine. I just look at Stevie and then John. I said, look, whatever I do, just follow. And
Mhm.
they're good. So I said, okay. I got down to the stage. I went behind the curtain and Darlene was looking for me. And I was like, I couldn't find the opening on the curtain. It wouldn't open. I was back there moving all the curtains trying to get out. And and Darlene goes, were you stuck? Were you lost? I said, I couldn't find an opening. I was trying to, until finally one of the curtains opened up and I went through. It was so funny because Okay, now that I'm out here, okay, what do I do? I did a wapango. I did a piece. I went out there. I saw the fans get excited, and I was like, wow, okay, can I do this? How long? I loved it. You know what? I've loved it. I'm glad the fans enjoyed it, and I'm back. I'm here again. It's Jaime DeAnda JD8 today that you're gonna enjoy my shows and my new CD. You're gonna love it. I hope you will enjoy it like I do.
Yes,
Mhm.
And
sir.
you guys, Keith and Mr. Rick, thank you for letting me share all this with all the
Sure.
fans out there.
Welcome back anytime, Jaime. We do want to send a shout out to us to Sherry, who's tuned in as well. This is she says, "Thank you, Mr. Leal, for letting Jaime tell his stories in the past. Others interrupted him." So, it's the shout out to Sherry. No problem, Sherry. That's what it's all about.
Thank
I
you.
mean, when you have a true legend on the show, you let them speak. You know what I mean? You
Right.
let them talk and do not interrupt. You know what I mean? Some people were just brought up different. You know what I mean? But you try to do something and you want to bring the artist to the people, to the fans, to the listeners. You bring them because you want them to get to know a little bit about them or what's going on with them. So
Right.
we let them tell their story, and that's what it's all about here. You know, it's a
Thank you.
talk show.
Thank you.
You know, so definitely. So thank you, Sherry, for
I'm
that.
glad it is because my mom used to tell me, God, you came out just like your dad. I always said, really? A musician? She goes, no, you talk just like him a lot. Well, thanks a lot.
So
But I'm
definitely,
glad. Thank you so
you're
much.
no problem. Your album is going to be it's out. Well, not out, but it will be available. Your single is currently available to stream, right?
Oh, exactly. And first of all, I was gonna finish what I said about the record label, Cobra Records. He came out with 200 limited edition CD. It's got two tracks on it. It's got this one, Dulce para Amar. A second track, it's called Tu Prieto, an oldest from Jimmy. And he only did 200 of them. It's a collector's item, and if you purchase one, it's history. It's for your collectors, for your collection. From Jaime, you'll see the stuff. There's information on there, and there is two tracks on there, and they're 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 available. You can, I think they're $10 a piece. We sold some in Vegas,
Okay.
and we still have some left over. And I didn't get to make the announcement to let fans know about it, but we do have some left over. So just inbox Darlene, on Facebook.
There
If you
you go.
want to have a collection, if you want to have a souvenir or something of my first solo CD, you will. She has some left over. So inbox her so you can have a collection of the new single. But like I said, the CD has two tracks on it,
Mhm.
and it's for your collection.
There you go. There
And
you have it,
thank
people out
you.
there that are watching. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. All who tuned in. Ricky, did you want to say anything? Any last words? They're
Well,
on
you know
top.
me,
He's
always got
still
something to say.
he's
Always got
he's
something to
still
say.
with us right now.
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead.
No, Jaime, once again, it's always an honor to have you on the show, and of course, congratulations to all your awards and accolades that you received throughout your career. I just wanted to touch up on your feelings on you shared with us all the musicians that inspired you. I mean, how does it feel today knowing that you have inspired a whole generation of accordionists out there, and how you feel now, the young men and young women out there making a difference out there with the accordion.
Good question. I was gonna say, first of all, I can't believe it. I have a bunch of students during COVID. I had the honor and pleasure of giving lessons
Hmm.
through Zoom. I was giving accordion lessons, and so much young talent.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's so much young talent out there. And even then, back then in the days, like say Ricky from Intocable, Los Palominos, all the accordion players. I mean, the Sperados, everybody out there. And when I talk to them, they would tell me, Jaime, you don't know, you know, because of you. And I remember them going to our shows. I remember going to Zapata, seeing Ricky and Renee and all the guys out there. And it's nice to know that, oh, it's crazy to hear them say it. You're the reason, that
Hmm.
gave me
Hmm.
the challenge to say I want to learn how to play the accordion. I want to learn the accordion, and I thought, you know, we almost thought conjunto might have, like they say, is it dying out? No, like the song that Bobby wrote for me, Pulido. He wrote Conjuntos no morirá. It's so true. It's nice to know that it's not. Accordion can fit anywhere. Look what Flacco did with it. Look what he
Hmm.
did to it.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Flacco Jimenez put it, and he got to expand it with the Rolling Stones and experiment with Texas Tornadoes. The accordion is an amazing instrument to know that there's no boundaries. It's the hardest to me one of the hardest instruments to learn. Uh, it's amazing to still today hear and see and fans tell me because of me, I'm one of the reasons they are learning and they're playing the accordion today.
Yes, sir.
It's so much respect that I will always cherish with me and appreciate all fans out there, all musicians out there. Give it your best.
Mm.
Do what you can. Everyone has talent inside. But they always say anyone can play, but not just anyone can play from their heart, where the fans
Right.
can really feel what you're playing.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
That's the hardest challenge. I'm honored and very pleased. Thank you for reminding me, Rick. And I do still give lessons, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to know that I inspired a lot of kids out there.
Yes,
Oh,
sir. Yeah.
wonderful. That is outstanding. We appreciate that question there, Rick, and we appreciate your answer there, Jaime. One more question
Yes.
for you before we do let you go. The current single that you have out right now, Dulce
Uh-huh.
Para Amar. Do you plan a video on that
Dulce
song?
para Mar.
Yeah. Do you plan to do a video for that?
You know, good question. We were talking about it. We were so involved in the music
Mhm.
and thinking about do we do a video with this one, or we're trying to finish up on the album and going in there and changing this and changing that and simply we haven't even I don't
Thought.
know thought about hey do we do a video? We've been doing so much recording and moving and challenging songs and stuff. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna
Mhm.
say maybe this song or next song or I don't know. We want to do something maybe behind the scenes.
True. That
There's
could be
so
something.
much today we can do,
Oh yeah.
and you can see. I want to get back on YouTube and get to my channel, my channel, and me and Stevie are talking about doing things there, and to get people to interact with them, with the fans, and keep them going. I hope so. I'm not going to say no, but you
Yeah.
never know
Leave that door open, and you never know.
what could happen. But I
Exactly.
appreciate you asking though.
Hey, no problem, no problem. Oh,
Thank you.
thought your electricity got shut off over there. Would you just
Yeah,
went?
no, it's my phone is I guess it's on a timer.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So, again, I mean, we appreciate you for taking the time to join us here on the Hello Time podcast. As always, you're always welcome back anytime. We're looking forward to the next already. So, it was a great opportunity, honor to have you on the show. Um, again,
Thank
any
you.
advice that you would give to any of the youngsters out there that the young crowd that are just thinking about getting into the music business or even just getting to play an accordion, just like you said, you did give some lessons and stuff like that. But what advice would you give them?
Yeah. Well, of course, first of all, school is so important
Mhm.
today. Your education, because when I grew up, it wasn't about school. It was about putting food on the table. It was
Mhm.
about taking care of your family, how my dad saw it, and didn't realize the importance what tomorrow was going to be like, how advanced and how much you need to know and learn. I do. I appreciate hearing like my daughter. She just got um, her bachelor's, and sometimes I can't talk to her because she's too smart. They have all the answers, but they still come back to you with, you know, you can't know everything. We all have to share and have a little knowledge here and there. But to
Exactly.
all of the young fans, if you have talent, don't be afraid. If you want to play an instrument, don't be afraid. Don't let anyone, don't let no one tell you that you can't do it, that you can't play, or you sound terrible, or it doesn't matter what they say. You do what you feel that's best, what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you proud of any instrument or talent that you have that you want to share with the fans and with the people out there. Today it's so easy. Golly,
All right.
you go on YouTube and the world can see you. In our days, it wasn't like that.
No.
Right.
It wasn't
Yep.
like that. We have a better opportunity today. Take advantage of it. I know there's so much young talent, young kids that are amazing to watch. I even watch some of these young female accordion players, young kids, playing bajo and accordion at a young age. It's amazing to say thank you for loving conjunto and the accordion that's never, never going to die. Never. So
Right.
be proud. If you have talent, I say share it with the world.
There you go. Well, that's a great,
Share it.
great, great kind words right there to all you youngsters out there. That's any, I mean, some advice for you. You know what I mean? If you were thinking about getting into the music business or not. But hey, again, thank you, Ricky, on top. On the top corner up there, Rick the Joker Duran. That's there for being on the show today as my co-host. Just thank as always. He's always welcome back as
Yes.
well. And Jaime, again, always a
Awesome
pleasure.
meeting you, Rick.
Oh yeah, Jaime. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And Jaime, you take care, my brother.
Enjoyed it.
We will definitely talk soon again. And any planned shows though you have up in the upcoming future right now? Any shows that you got scheduled?
Yes, I do have a show coming up also in Houston. I'm going to be at Snowbirds this coming Saturday.
Okay.
I do have some shows already lined up for Mexico. I want to thank mi gente de la República Mexicana. Gracias siempre por su apoyo. Uh, I'm going to be in Monterrey soon. I think next month. No, September. They're lining up some tours for Florida. I want to go back to California soon. My fans out there in California, they keep saying, we want to see you. Well, let me know. Let us know. Our number, of course, you can find me on Facebook, on Darlene's page or my fan page. Of course, it's 210-801-6964. It's best to text. I always tell everyone out there, if you're going to call the office, it's always best to text because that way for sure your message will be there. We'll catch
Right.
it and we'll see. And, because if you call and we miss a call or you leave a message or a voicemail or sometimes you don't catch everything, I think text, that's the only thing great about a text message. It will always be there. And if you want to hire Jaime DeAnda, JDA, please do so. Look us up or email us also. You can find us so much social media out there. I mean, golly, there's TikTok, there's Instagram.
Okay.
I can't keep up with all of it,
You don't have
but
MySpace anymore,
that's
do
the
you, by
best
any
way though.
chance,
Leave a
Jaime?
text message, and we'll get back with you soon. And I hope to see you guys soon also. And thank you, Mr. Keith. Thank you, Mr. Rick.
Always,
Oh
always.
my, yeah, right. MySpace. There you go. The old days,
Yeah.
MySpace. But it started something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely
It
did.
started
Yes,
something.
and
And
we
now
got to.
today it's so nice to. Hey, today it's so nice to know that. Yeah, we all had it, right?
Oh, oh yeah.
It's so nice to know that the world can be watching and listening today.
Mhm.
Thank you, wherever you are, and I hope you enjoy this podcast.
There you go. Thank you
I'm
guys
Jaime
so much.
Vianda, JDA. Thank you.
All right, there you go, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody, for tuned in, watched. As to you guys, hang tight right quick. Jaime and Rick, is to hang tight right quick, and I will give you guys some more details here in just a bit. Thank everybody for watching right here on the Tejano podcast. As to, don't forget, you can watch during the week as well on Roku TV, on Tejano TV as well. All right, so don't forget to check that out on your Roku devices. You'll be able to catch this broadcast there as well. All right, thank you guys.